Kasim Momburi, and this is my better half, but she can introduce herself.
I'm Judy Njeri. I live in Ebru Estate, and
we are turning almost 7 years together. Our love story began back in campus. That was we joined campus in 2015 for our degree course. So I met this beautiful lady in 2016. That was when I was in my second year. It's a long story, but just to mention a few is, first of all, I was their class representative, or their leader in our course. So she came later on. She didn't join the immediate day we reported. So she came later on. But what happens is, by the time she joined us, we had already learned some few things. We were ahead of her. So what happens is, she had to maybe consult me. She had to reach me out because I was their leader in class, maybe to guide her through of what we have covered. So that is how our chemistry began. She can pick from there.
No, I was late because my brother had passed away. So I had joined the first week, then my brother passed away, so I had to go back home. When I came back, I found the class already, everybody had been studying, and then we started talking. But it was just normal talking. It wasn't anything. But later on, like after a month, he started coming to my hostel now, like coming to visit, bringing me like classwork, everything, lectures. And that is when we started like talking deeper, expressing our feelings, sharing our past, sharing what we have been going through. Yes, and that is how we started dating.
It happened in a funny way. Just as she mentioned, I used to check on her, how she's doing, is she catching up, to see that we are moving on the same lane. Because one thing about me is, I believe in moving as a group. I believe in when you help someone, at some point, the kind of help you give, it comes back to you. So I used to check on her if she's okay. Personally, in our class, I was good in maths and sciences. So mostly that is what was giving her a little bit challenge. So there was a day, we were having a class in the morning at 7. You can imagine, we were in Chuka University. You remember, it is close to Mount Kenya. It's very cold. So she and her roommate, waking up in the morning, they did take breakfast. I think their gas had run out. So they came in class having not taken breakfast. And then after the class was over, we were having around 4 classes that day. You can imagine they didn't take anything. So this one approached me and told me, "Hey, Kasim, how are you doing?" I told her, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. So, she was open to me. I don't know how she trusted me, because earlier on we had shared our family background. So she trusted me a lot. She told me, "You know what? We don't have gas, so we didn't take anything in the breakfast." Her friend was a little bit shy. He couldn't want her to say that. So I told her, "It's okay. You can go to my place. You can go and have something. Then we come back to our lecture." That was the first time she was coming to my place now, because I used to visit her. So that is when she would come to my place. I had a roommate by then. So I prepared, I think tea and porridge as well. They had the breakfast, then we went back to class. From there, I think she developed interest. She started sometimes calling me frequent calls in the evening. She would wish me a good night. Sometimes before she could go to the lecture, she could pass by my place. We could go together. You see, our bond became stronger. And from there, it would be easy for us maybe to go deeper. Yeah.
At first it was challenging because her ex was still in the same university. So like we were meeting in some of the rooms for the same lectures. So it was like people were like, you see Judy, she's with Kasim now, not the other one. So it was rough at first because everybody was like, hapana, huyu amechukua chalia wenyewe huyu, so but akaniambia it's okay, we'll go on, don't worry, let's do what we can. And because first of all we began as friends, because we didn't go into the relationship completely at first. It was more of friendship, then it became now something strong and more effective on our side.